Hello, survivors! If you actually can survive Knox County. Project Zomboid is an incredibly brutal game that I have been absolutely addicted to as of late. And I've also been consequently addicted to watching tips and tricks videos about it, but I feel like a lot of them have started to repeat themselves. So as a recent Project Zomboid addict with memories of starting the game for the first time fresh in my mind, here are 5 tips and tricks that will help you survive in Knox County off the bat that I have not heard in any video before. Maybe they've been used before, but they're still going to be important for you to know. And if you like the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, kiss a zombie on the lips, the normal YouTube stuff. Okay, the number one thing that you should know, and I don't know where this myth was originally propagated, but rain collectors do not have to be one tile directly above your sinks for you to plumb them. For those of you not aware, if you have a rain collector on a sink, you can right-click on the sink, and if you have a pipe wrench in your inventory, you will plumb the sink to the rain collector so it will draw water directly from it. It will also turn the water from tainted to purified when it comes out of the tap for some reason. But it also never really made sense that rainwater wouldn't be clean and whatever. The point is, I've seen multiple videos where people claim that rain collectors have to be directly above the sink in question. Not true. I've actually found the safest way to do it is just to put them on the other side of a wall outdoors. Preferably on a second floor, obviously, so zombies can't get to them, but still. This is especially important because the roofs in Project Zomboid are incredibly dangerous places. Hobble! Hobble for your life! I spent 30 hours trying to find this stupid sledgehammer. I ain't dropping it now! So keep all of that in mind and don't risk falling off a roof just to get rainwater. Number 2, after killing a horde, you do not have to search through the inventory of every zombie to find all of the watches, radios, and earbuds that they have in them just to level up your electrical skill. The electrical skill is notoriously one of the most obnoxious skills to power level, and the easiest way to do it is to just grab every digital watch, pair of earbuds, Walkman, TV, radio, and just disassemble all of them furiously. However, because the game lets you take items from multiple containers, if you have a single watch either in your inventory or you find one on a zombie, and the bodies are all somewhat close together, you can just find one digital watch. You can choose one in your inventory or in the zombie's inventory, right-click on it, and if you have a screwdriver in your inventory, your character will disassemble all of them in the stack, turning a pile of dead Zeds into an opportunity to power level. Number 3, and this is the most important one, just play the game on whatever settings you want. I actually recommend that for your first run where you really want to survive long term, and especially if you want to get involved in learn stuff like how the carpentry system works or the farming, build a new world and select custom sandbox. Scroll to the bottom of the screen, and under the presets, choose Initial Infection. This setting will turn the loot spawns high, turn the zombie populations low, and make getting a car vastly easier. And you can still make tweaks to the world from there if you feel like it. This might sound kind of obvious, but it sounds so dumb in retrospect. When I first started playing this game, I was very I felt a certain degree of almost guilt for the fact that I was playing on the easiest possible settings. But the truth is, honestly, there is no easy mode in Project Zomboid, and you're always learning and growing as a player, so just play with whatever settings you want. Let me explain more about that. One bite is always fatal. Doorways are always terrifying. Gotcha, bitch! And even with the loot spawns turned up high, looting itself is a similarly intuitive experience. You need food? Go to a grocery store. High spawn rates still won't help you to carry it all. Need skill books? Hit up a bookstore. Need wooden planks? Go to a lumber mill or chop down a tree. That intuitive nature carries over no matter what the settings are, and it's part of what's so genius about this game and why I want you to play it so badly. Play on whatever settings you want because that intuitive nature to how the game world functions is always there and always means that you're growing and learning as a player. And I actually found that after playing on the, quote, easy, the initial infection mode for quite a while, I wanted to turn the zombie spawns up in order to make combat more of a meaty challenge. I wanted to turn the loot spawns down, so I had to hit up 3 or 4 houses to get the same amount of canned goods out of the cabinets, because it was just too easy otherwise. So just play the game how you want. Have fun. Knox County awaits. Number 4 is that one of the first things you're going to want to find in the world when you spawn is a police car. And that's for 3 important reasons. If you can find the keys and drive it, the siren on it is really good for drawing zombies away from the area that you want to loot, or out of a building that you want to loot, such as the March Ridge military barracks. Get in the driver's seat, press V to open up the radial menu, and select the lights icon to control the lights and siren. Just be careful though, because, obviously it's going to attract every zombie in the region. Even if you don't have the keys or you don't want to use a siren, there are still 2 more reasons that you need to find a cop car. Back in the radial menu, select the radio, and you'll more than likely find that it's set to the automated emergency broadcast. This frequency is randomized in every new world, so you have to go out and find it. But once you do, you can tune your radio at home to the automated emergency broadcast and it'll give you important information, even after all the other radio stations have gone offline. Things like upcoming weather or when the helicopter is going to be arriving. And the third reason to find a cop car is because of what's in the trunk. Remember what I said earlier about intuitive loot spawns? Well, every cop car's trunk is packed with ammo. Mostly shotgun shells and 9mm, which is not anything military grade, not super impressive stuff, but it's the exact ammo that you're going to need in the early game, especially the shotgun shells, because the shotgun is extremely important to leveling up your shooting skill in the early game. And you can probably loot a 9mm pistol and a shotgun from the nearby wandering zombified police officers. And number 5 is to look for trauma bags. I didn't even know these existed when I first started playing. Duffel bags are one of the most important things you can find in this game because they make looting so much easier. Even in the late game, I usually just throw 5 or 6 empty duffel bags in the back of my van when I go on a loot run, because it just makes things a lot easier to be able to walk into a grocery store, stuff the bag, throw the whole thing in my car quickly, grab an empty one, and then go back inside. Or to be able to equip 3 of them on your back and each of your hands. But getting that many duffel bags can be hard, unless you check the back of ambulances for trauma bags. Trauma bags have the exact same carry capacity as duffel bags, they're just a reskin. And if you're really lucky, you can find up to 4 of them in the back of ambulances, which spawn pretty regularly out randomly crash on the roads of Knox County. Apparently the Kentucky Civil Service exam really should have included a driving section. What's best is that you don't even have to worry about dumping all the crap that's inside the bags before you take them home. They're full of medical supplies. You kinda need that. So just throw them in the car and get moving, and then you have up to 4 new duffel bags you can use on your loot runs from now on. And that was 5 tips and tricks that I haven't seen before that you guys should know before you go to Knox County. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. It's been a time, and I'll see you in the next one.